To go deep into the relevance of this multilateral event, from Argentina, we invite leftist political analyst Atilio Boron. Hi, Atilio Boron. Thank you for joining us today and your time hearing from the South.
Hello, thanks for your invitation.
So the first question would be, the 16th BRICS Summit is moving forward. What's the impact it can have for Latin America, especially amid the manifested hatred professed by Argentina's President Javier Milei for multilateralism and a change of world order?
Yeah, well, it's a pity that Argentina did not take part in that meeting. The decision of President Milei was absolutely based on prejudice and his view on the West, in idealized vision of the West, in which the West is the safeguard of all the liberties, human rights, economic progress, and so on, something which is not warranted by facts. But unfortunately, this is a discussion that still should be going on in Argentina. But while the government is still in power, while Milei is still in power, I don't see many changes to change the alignment, the absolute alignment of the Argentine government with the United States and Israel. And of course, neither Israel nor United States want to know anything with BRICS, and that's the reason why Argentina is out.
Within the BRICS format reaches many fields, especially to face media campaigns led by Western powers against the people of the global South and beyond. So how important is BRICS' role to act as a counterweight, we could say, against Western hegemonic powers?
Well, I think that BRICS has been doing a very, very important job. Now, with the enlargement of BRICS, I think that the weight of the voice of the global South will be very, very important. I would say that a lot of discussions were centered on economic and political issues, but I think that BRICS has also fight a battle in the communications sphere. And in that point, I think I would like to see a sort of articulation of the different countries in order to promote promote the voice of the people of the global South. We know that one of the mechanisms of colonial domination in the hands of the U.S. and the European partners is the almost absolute control of the mass media. And I think that perhaps this will be one of the missing items in the final declaration of BRICS. I hope that somebody would raise the question and include a chapter or a special section promoting the possibilities of the international articulation of a system of communication in order to make sure that the voice of the South is heard. In this moment, the voice of the South is not heard at all. We only hear the voice of the European powers and, of course, the U.S. imperialism.
Unfortunately, as the BRICS Summit takes place, the Israeli genocide against the people of Palestine, Lebanon and Syria continues. How can BRICS help bring an end to Tel Aviv's expansionist policies and war of terror and secure peace and stability in the region? Is there a way?
Well, the declaration has very strong wordings against Israel, against the attacks against Iran consulate and the war going on and the genocide going on in Gaza. Even more, the BRICS declaration calls for the immediate recognition of the two states in Palestine. One is Palestine state, other Israeli state, and that the immediate recognition of the United Nations of Palestine as a state within the international system. This is a very, very strong wording, very unusual in this kind of meetings, and I hope that this will have some possibilities of make it through the United Nations. Although, as the BRICS says very well, the United Nations has to undergo a very comprehensive reorganization in order to make it more effective and more democratic. Today, the United Nations are neither democratic nor effective, as proved by the continuous genocide in Gaza and in other sections of Palestine without the possibility of the United Nations to intervene and to stop the massacre. Not only that, the Israel has also shoot and killed many of the United Nations people working there in order to bring food for the people and medical supplies to the people in Gaza.
Earlier today, President Nicolas Maduro held a meeting with the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, at the BRICS Summit. So what is the relevance of this meeting between the two leaders?
Well, it is very important, extremely important, because, you know, both Russia and Venezuela have very powerful oil resources, and the incorporation, which is not decided yet, of Venezuela to BRICS will strengthen the capacity of BRICS to make a difference in international scenario. In addition, we have to bear in mind that Mr. Putin has been demonized to some extent by the Western press, is considered one of the most horrible dictators in the world, and the fact that Russia was able to hold this meeting and to have 36 nations represented during the Kazan meeting is an enormous victory for Russia, and is also a very important victory for Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro to be able to have a bilateral dialogue with one of the most powerful and influential politicians in the world, like Vladimir Putin.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Atilio Boron, for your time here in From the South.